what the heck news. So a bit of a basically a recap. A few weeks ago, we covered that Netflix are making this Assassin's Creed show that was in the works actually for a few years. So this is not something that just happened. We didn't know anything about casting whatsoever. We didn't know where the series are going to take place because, as you know, there's so many games that Netflix could actually draw from. And we have super prominent characters like Ezio Auditore, and before that, and most originally, Altair. So, why the heck, in all hell's name, you're going to use? I mean, that's.
They're not doing any of these
Okay,
characters in any of these places.
I'm
Yeah.
getting ahead of myself. So, let's read the article, Tsunami, and we're gonna discuss this. Okay, let's do it.
All right. Netflix's upcoming live action Assassin's Creed series adds its first non binary lead ahead of the series' production start. The streamer's upcoming live action Assassin's Creed show is set to begin production in Italy in 2026. The series is expected to pull inspiration from stories in the video game series without adapting any particular story from the source material. According to Deadline, Lola Pettigrew has been cast as co lead of Netflix's Assassin's Creed series, leading the series opposite previously confirmed lead Toby Wallace. As of writing, their character in the series has yet to be revealed. The same goes for when the series will be taking place, with the only confirmation being that Italy will serve as both the filming location and setting.
Okay, hold on. Stop the press. I think we got this a bit. I think we misunderstood a bit here. Hold on. So, yeah, I think in there's an article, maybe that we missed that some guy Toby Wallace was confirmed to be the assassin, or at least we are thinking that that is the case. And now this Loa Pettigrew is also co-lead. So okay, so either she's going to be his love interest or another assassin that's also female.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing.
Or maybe non-binary.
It could also be that she's in the future and as part of the Animus, and that the male lead is the character in the past, or vice versa. However,
Oh Christ, I hope they do nothing with the animals. Actually, they just stay in the past.
They're probably going to because that's kind of like the thing that started the whole thing.
It was never that prominent, kind of. I mean, they try that in the movie.
George, nobody likes the freaking animus,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. The whole premise on Assassin's Creed is laying on it as the basis, because the whole idea is that you're using people that are currently living, that has some kind of a connection, DNA connection to someone in the past that happened to be an assassin, and you're using this person, I mean the organization that created the Animus, is using this particular person so they can go back in the past and explore certain things, so they can find the artifacts.
You can we
of
just
Eden.
have the story in the past without that? Just
Well,
the assassins, and
I
I mean they tried that in the movie. It didn't work.
technically, yeah, you don't need to have the context, but this is how everything started. So you can either decide to ignore it, but it's like the fundamental part of Assassin's Creed. I mean, I don't know, but you know, eventually it became a nuisance
Yeah.
and a huge annoyance because nobody likes to play the parts in the future. There's some cool moments like here and there, like more interesting. Assassin's Creed 3, I like to play with, not Altair, Desmond in the current time, kinda, because there's some interesting parts with the gods. They're not gods, but whatever. You know, that other race that were before us, that were kind of like I mean, they kind of represented people that are similar to Atlantis people, let's say. That's kind of like the idea, mixed with gods and such ideas, whatever. So the issue here, I mean, we're gonna read the article again, not going to go ahead of myself too much, but if this woman that thinks that she's not a woman, but it's not binary, clearly looks like a woman, but okay, at least she doesn't look like freaking Bella Ramsey.
Yeah.
I just pray to God that whatever she thinks that she is in real life, it will not be included in any kind of a shape or form in the story or in the character at all, because she does look like a she. So yeah.
Might be the case like with Emma Darcy from
Oh yes.
House of the Dragon.
Oh,
When,
that's a good
I mean,
example.
she is
Yeah.
a non-binary, but she said, "But hey, I play a woman. The character is female, so I play a woman." Now she put the stupid stuff with the kissing that one scene there because that was because of her. She added it, but still might be a female character, and that she will say, "Okay, I'm a non-binary, but the character is female. I play that."
That
This
is
means that she can play a male character. Okay.
probably no, and
Yeah,
I
but
hope
that
not.
might be the case. I
And I
hope.
hope
Yeah.
not. Okay, continue. I'm sorry. I'm just exploding a bit.
Pettigrew is best known for their role as Dolores Price in the Peabody Award-winning series Say Nothing, detailing the Troubles, an ethno-nationalist conflict in Northern Ireland from the 1970s to 1990s. They are also set to star in the upcoming British film I See Buildings Fall Like Lightning, which is currently filming as of writing. Assassin's Creed is a video game series that takes players to different points of time in each title, showcasing the conflict between the morally just assassins and the villainous Templars. While the organizations aren't named in the series description, the show will focus on two warring organizations whose conflict will ultimately determine the future of humanity. The series is being adapted by showrunners Robert Patino and David Weiner. Overall, the show has been in development after Ubisoft struck a deal with Netflix in 2020 to adapt the series. The show is not the same as the Assassin's Creed animated series being developed by Adi Shankar, who most recently loosely adapted Devil May Cry for the streamer.
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold on, hold
When I
on.
hear that name and I just know it's going, is this again part of his so-called bootleg universe? Jesus is going to have again that anime-esque but not exactly anime look, and he'll do whatever he wants with it. Just know this guy has to stay away from any property, actually, just any IP. No, I don't want to see that.
Oh, that's so sad. I
They
mean,
lost me with that show. The other one might be good, the live action, but the animated one, Jesus Christ, no.
yes, and guys, we see you in both chats. We just have to finish with each topic to address the chat. So don't worry, we're addressing the chat after this. Okay, continue.
Since it doesn't seem like the show will be a direct adaptation of any singular video game in the franchise, it remains to see who Pettigrew is going to be portraying. Without confirmation as to the timeline of the show, it's possible they could be playing an assassin or an ancestor who gets hooked up to the Animus, depending on what the storyline requires. With both leads in the Assassin's Creed series confirmed, the show's setting the stage for a new adaptation of the franchise. However, with the series seemingly not pulling from any particular game, it remains to be seen if it can measure up to classic stories in the franchise, like Ezio's. It's still a promising update for Ubisoft's latest TV project. End article.
All right. Now let's discuss some of the parts of this article that hurts my soul. So, as a lifelong freaking Assassin's Creed gamer, Assassin's Creed gamer, what?
Game fan.
Game fan. Thank
Yeah.
you. I would like to see I would like to see the start of the whole story, because the start is with freaking Desmond and Altair. So that's it. It's no brainer. It's a great story. Why? Why again they are trying to do something original when in this kind of in this particular case, when you already have the story, it is there. And the first game was long time ago, like what, 20 years ago almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's not like all people everywhere know the story. I barely remember the story, I remember the basics of the story. So why not bring that to life? You have it, it's there, it's great, it's compelling. That's very important. It's a good story and it's compelling. That is what started the whole thing. Everybody were fascinated with the whole idea of an assassin, assassinating Templars in the past to go after the apple of Eden, and whatever of Eden was it, so they can protect the world from, the agenda of the Templars. It is a very cool story, and there's so many things about it, like the abilities of the assassin and what he can do, Baghdad, how it looks like in the past. So cool. You're getting this great opportunity here, and you're trying to again create an original story like we have had in a movie. The movie was dumb, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about a new created character that's not in the games. Nobody can connect to that character. Like, why are we doing this? We have amazing established thing, compelling. Everything's compelling about it. The old series.
Exactly my question when they did that adaptation of Devil May Cry. Why are we doing this? Why original? Why we combine everything into one that's actually nothing? I have no idea. Right? Why you just don't adapt it? The stories were there. You know what people liked. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, if we do original characters and original story, we'll get the newcomers who have never played the game. No,
You get everybody
you
if you
get
just
everybody.
adapt the
Yeah.
beginning of whatever
Yeah, you
it
get
is.
everybody. Just adapt it. That's it. Why with those original things? It's just like with Mortal Kombat over again. Oh, let's put in the movie that original character there for the, I guess, normal people to audience to identify with it or something. You don't need it. You already have the characters. If it's going to be in Italy, why not Ezio then?
Yeah.
If it's going to be in Italy and not what was it, and not in Baghdad, if that's too sensitive or something. Jesus
No,
Christ.
that's nonsense. We just had a game in Baghdad, like Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
Mirage went back there. Just the game was not good because I felt like freaking cripple playing that. But goodness sakes, like it drawing inspiration, pulls inspirations or story from stories in video game series without adapting any particular story.
So
That-
how did what inspiration then? That they're going to have hoods on, or what? Is that the only thing?
I mean,
clothes?
Assassin's Creed, they're gonna pick a time, just put a guy and maybe this girl there and whatever, and
Do you
they're just
think
gonna
that
go
she will
from there.
be in the Animus and then she'll be a man in the past? Could they do that?
I mean,
Is
okay,
that actually possible?
it's I'm not sure actually if it's possible. Well, Desmond looked like Altair. They look identical, like they were twins. But this is how the game started. Then this was not the same in the later games. Could be basically anybody that has a DNA of the old assassin, some kind of a descendant, descendant of the ass. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I need to gather my thoughts a bit. So Tsunami, just let us know what you think, and then we're gonna read the chat.
I think that if I'm being optimistic at best, a non-binary character, similar to what exactly what Logan said, has already been done. If this is Netflix's way of trying to thread the line between maintaining their woke side and keeping their woke audiences interested, while also like once the story pans out, nothing remotely close to anything that has to do with non-binary comes out, then great, sure, whatever. I don't really care. If they're gonna start Netflix be Netflixing, then that's a completely different story.
Yeah.
As for the character itself, what they're going to do, I mean, like I said, you could very easily and would make sense if you're going to introduce the Animus. You've got a character who is identifying this way. If they wanted to lean into it, and for a modern setting, it would make a little more sense. And then when they go back to the past, they completely ditch the whole fucking any concept of that. Then that works too. But that's me being optimistic. I don't have any faith in this. As for why Italy and not Baghdad, I think that obviously touching that religion, even playing around with it, probably terrifies the shit out of Netflix, and they don't even want to get near it with a 10-foot pole. So they're just going to go ahead and leave that alone, not fucking drop all the ire that's going to come along with the story about assassins, even though it's historically accurate. And they're just going to go ahead and go with the safe, well, let's do Italy version of things, where they have a lot of creativity and they can, I don't know, fuck around and do whatever they want to.
Also, it's easier to go and shoot in Italy than in whatever Baghdad is, I think.
I mean,
Not that you have to be on location, but still.
I mean, Italy basically is like the second game. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm okay with Italy when we can have Baghdad. In the original games, I don't think they touched the religion aspect at all. We were just walking around in the cities killing people. So we just see the setting, we just see the NPCs, but we don't hear anything about anything
This
else.
is actually where historically assassins actually originate, Baghdad and things
Right.
like that. So that's
The
why
old man in the mountain. Yep.
Called actually hashishians.
Hashishians. Yep.
Yes, exactly. From the hashish.
Aha.
Yes.
Schmacktuzi. Got it. Yep.
Yeah, Schmucktuzi, exactly.
Schmacktuzi got it, yes. Okay, I mean, I'm okay with the Italy thing. I just. Then why not Ezio
Yeah,
Auditore?
yeah. Why not indeed?
He's a cool guy, handsome guy.
Yeah.
Some women are gonna be interested, I guess.
My question exactly just like in Mortal Kombat. Why freaking Ko Young or whatever his name was? Why not Liu Kang? Just like here, why original character? Just also like in the movie. What was the name of that guy in the movie? I don't even remember. I was watching the trailer and I say that it's supposed to be Ezio now, or who is it, or what is happening? And then it turns out it's original character. Why do you do that? Who cares about your original character?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Let's see this guy Toby
Wallace.
Wallace, how he looks like. Ah, he kind of looks like an Italian. Eh.
Maybe he is. Who knows?
Let's see his Wikipedia. Yeah, that guy looks like he could be an assassin, like 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good casting. Yeah, I would
Okay.
say so.
So let's hope that if both of them are going to be assassins, she's not going to be better than him or something.
Yeah, we just have to again say very clearly that her character is probably not gonna be non-binary. Probably, because that would not make any freaking sense at all. I mean, you would say I wouldn't put it past Netflix, but sometimes they don't do that at all. So maybe she's gonna play a woman because clearly she's playing a woman
Maybe
here.
yes. Maybe it will be like Emma Darcy, yes, because clearly in that show that we see the photo there from, she plays a woman unless she walks around and save a time on non-binary in that
It just would not
setting
make
there.
any sense at
Would not
all.
make any sense. Yeah.
Unless they make any comment about, let's say the assassin guy says, well, you're a cute girl, whatever. She says, maybe I'm not a girl, maybe I identified as a man. Meh. I mean, they can do that.
They can do that.
They can
yeah.
actually
They can
do that. There's many ways to be a horrible woke thingy.
Person, yeah.
You know?
I mean, maybe just like in Devil May Cry
God.
adaptation, she would just kick the ass of the assassin for no reason.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Although he'll have better skills, but yeah.
Yeah. So I have basically no hope for this, pretty much.
Yes.
The other thing that we have to, point out that the differences between the previous movie with that guy, Michael Fassbender, and this is that the other thing is a movie and this is a series. So they do have the opportunity to create an original story that could be interesting on its own if this was not Assassin's Creed,
But why though?
But why though? I know. But at least when it's a TV series, they have the opportunity to actually write a good TV show, whatever that is.
I mean, there were some books based off the games with original stories, but they were with the characters that we all know.
Which is great.
If they're playing this correctly, they're going to go ahead. They don't want to screw with any established lore, but they want to put the world out there. So essentially, this first season would be world building, and if it's popular, then they'll explore the rest of it by the characters themselves. Again, that's me being optimistic, and it would be a safe move for them to go ahead and just be like, okay, hey guys, we need to tone it down. Let's just stick to a pretty cool story, and then we can introduce things like the Animus later on, etc. That's me being optimistic. I have no faith in Netflix fixing this, but I mean, there's an idea off the top of my head.
I think it's going to be something like what was it? Forget the name of that with Master Chief.
Oh my god.
When they actually got
Halo.
the character, but it wasn't the character, and they said, nah, original story now, and yeah, so probably something like that. Just indeed no hope. The moment I hear it's adaptation, but it's our original story, and I say, then we're not adapting anything then. Why?
Yeah.
Why is this one of the first articles you're putting out? Like, tell us more about the story, more about the characters, anything else, but this is the shit that you push out? It's so stupid.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to put a text on the chat talk so that can indicate to me when I later go and cut this. When is the chat talk actually in the stream? And we can continue with actually reading the chat. But just give me a few seconds so I can set this up as fast as I can do it. And we're gonna continue because I just can't rate.
You can wait, yes.
Yeah, I cannot rate this. Shit. I cannot wait, to read the chat.
Welcome to my Devil May Cry adaptation experience.
Oh,
It's exactly the same thing.
yeah. I
And
mean,
that guy is going to do animated also Assassin's Creed. Jesus Christ.
oh, I just can't.
Stay away, stay away. The moment you hear Adi Shankar, you should put all the holy water that you have and everything there.
Oh,
Stay him in the heart.
oh, Jesus, Logan, that's a lot.
Have you seen the guy? He
Yeah.
looks pretty much like a vampire, so you know.
Really?
An Indian one, yes, Indian vampire.
Oh, God. Okay, we are ready for the chat talks. And first of all, I just want to say, Grata Werewolf for the 2.
Yay.
Thank you so much, Grata Werewolf. Thank you, thank you. Okay, continue. You have the green light, Tsunami.
Got it. Thomas says, just give us more Ezio Auditoria Differenza. True.
Yeah.
Sorry, Thomas says, so I get to learn history and sleep. Sign me up. L. Turner, I agree 1,000%. They should seriously consider doing research just. Oh my God, we're talking about Street Fighter. Anyway, sorry, moving on. Thomas says, what I love the Desmond sections. I wish we got a future game as Desmond being the main character. Oh, no, no, thank you for me. But anyway, let me get back on topic. We're discussing Assassin's Creed, says L. Turner. What a name, Wiener. I bet he thinks. Anyways, moving on. Thomas says, I played AC1, but I've never clocked it. Oh, you should. It's worth it. Thomas says, I'll be honest, Ubisoft should give the AC franchise to a new company. Would be nice.
Mhm.
At this point.
Uh,
You can read the Mortal Kombat and other things because we're in the chat section,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
we're
okay.
okay, yeah.
You can read
okay,
anything
yeah,
that
I was
people-
trying. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on topic. They're all over the place, and this is why Netflix doesn't need to get their hands on WB because of stuff like this. They totally destroy the brand with little or no regard to its target market. Sorry, chat jumped on me. Okay. Nobody cares. I'm pretty sure saying you're non-binary back then would make you burn at a stake. True. Hence the F word.
Totally.
L. Turner says making bold choices when making a film can be cool when it benefits the overall film, but Hollywood takes too many liberties to appease the message groups that aren't part of their initial market. True.
Mhm.
And that's it over on this end. And over on the gaming channel, we've got Truth. What's up, Truth? Non-binary. Why should I give a crap? True. Tabletop Junkies. Welcome. Came to check you guys out while trying to fall back asleep. Woke up sick. Hope you feel better. Welcome to the channel. If
Indeed.
you're returning
Yeah,
again, let's see. Welp, it's boned, says Truth. I agree. Karate hates Netflix. True. I would rather watch paint dry. I would rather watch paint that's already dry. Jesus.
Yeah.
And grass that has grown already. Yep. Ask Joey. True. What's up, Joey? They don't want everybody. They want the modern audience, says Karate. In theory, if nothing else, even if they're not going in that direction, and they're just trying to appease the masses here, what an idiotic move to put it out this early. But anyways, Karate Werewolf again for the 2. Thank you. Truth says clearly these people don't know the difference between an adaptation and a reimagination. It's why I didn't bother watching Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. That show just watch the cartoon. Yeah.
Truth says Rashid ibn Lahalad was the man Al-Mualim was based on. Jesus. Tabletop says I hated the original character and they nerfed the shit out of Liu Kang in that movie.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh.
and that guy who played the Ko Yang, actually, if you ask me, he was perfect to play the blind guy from Mortal Kombat. I keep forgetting his name.
Oh, actually, he looks exactly
He looks
like
exactly
him.
like him. You know, when we saw him in the game and they say, well, is that the same? It turns out it's a different actor, but he looks exactly like him. He should have played that.
Yeah,
You know,
should have.
what was the name of that guy? Tsunami, do you remember? The blind guy?
No clue.
Kensei?
Nope.
Kensei says
Ken-
Tabletop Junko.
Yeah,
Junkie
yeah,
Games.
exactly. I can say, exactly,
Kensei.
yes. He
Thank
should
you.
have played that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Just get UA Bowl to do it. They might as well, honestly, Karate. Lord Dragneel in the house. What's up, Lord Dragneel?
Hail.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Junkie 2. Got it, cool. Kyle B in the house. I'm going
Hey,
to do
Kyle
my
B.
Greta. How dare you? picking on people who want to label themselves like a product ready to be bought and sold. Kensei is the blind guy. El Turner says, sorry for falling off topic. El Turner, you can say whatever you want to in the chat. I mean, within reason, of course. And we'll get to it normally, but on the entertainment news nights, we're trying to keep it a little more slimline just to get through all the topics in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
All set. We're all done.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, guys, we gotta continue to the next topics. We have 3 more to go. So I'm removing the chat talk. We're gonna address the chat again after we're finished. So, oh boy, by Screen Rant once again. So Screen Rant challenge my goat. That's very interesting. Probably some kind of article series. So this says, this is the greatest superhero TV show of all time. Prove me wrong. Okay? Let's see what he has to say. Tsunami, take it away.
Got it. Hi, I'm Marcelo Leedy, Screen Rant's TV deputy editor. Superhero stories have always been a huge part of my life. From Joel Schumacher's Batman movies to the latest MCU and DCU releases. However, what truly got me into comics and made me fall in love with geek culture was a Saturday morning cartoon. Although nostalgia can be dangerous, I firmly believe Justice League Unlimited is the greatest superhero TV show of all time. If you don't agree, please leave your thoughts below. When Bruce Timm and Eric Radomski were tasked with creating a Batman animated series in 1990, no one could have imagined that a Saturday morning cartoon would turn out to deliver one of the best interpretations of the Dark Knight. Batman the Animated Series was just the beginning, though. Decades before the concept of superhero shared universes took over Hollywood, BTAS, Batman the Animated Series, birthed the DC Animated Universe, a TV franchise that culminated in Justice League Unlimited. Batman Beyond, Superman in the Animated Series, Static Shock, and even the criminally underrated The Zeta Project each contributed to creating a universe that was not only rewarding for longtime DC Comics readers, but also welcoming to new fans. Justice League was a natural addition to the franchise, but it was Justice League Unlimited that truly elevated the DCAU. Forget the beautifully executed Monster of the Week formula of Batman the Animated Series or the 2-part adventures of Justice League Unlimited was the DCAU in its most ambitious form, perfectly condensing 65 years worth of comics into just 39 episodes. Serving as a direct sequel to Justice League Unlimited was a bigger and bolder version of its predecessor. Although the 7 founding members still played an important role in the overall story, JLU was about honoring smaller characters from the DC universe. Just like BTAS had reimagined Batman's mythos while embracing elements from different comic book eras, JLU introduced a pantheon of DC heroes and villains to a new generation. During the 1990s and early 2000s, cartoons such as Justice League Unlimited and X-Men Evolution had very little competition from live-action superhero shows. Granted, Smallville was going strong at that time, but as much as the Superman prequel impacted the genre, the series was limited by its budget. Nothing held Justice League Unlimited back from telling the most epic, high-stakes stories every week, not even the infamous Bat embargo. While DC did keep some characters off limits, Bruce Timm and his team had access to dozens of superheroes, supervillains, and supporting characters from DC Comics. This allowed JLU to tap into multiple eras of DC's history and adapt stories that even modern blockbuster movies would struggle to. From Green Arrow fighting a radioactive giant to Lex Luthor tricking Darkseid, JLU was free to do it all. Television is arguably the best medium for comic book adaptations, given the episodic nature of the source material. But even at a time when movie stars reprise their superhero roles in TV shows that take place in the same continuity as the films, it is hard to imagine a live-action series accomplishing what JLU did. The fact that JLU was an animated show meant that the scope and scale were unmatched. Justice League Unlimited was more than just nonstop action. Even though the fights were top-notch, it still held up 20 years later. The story was JLU's real superpower. Shows like Batman the Animated Series and Spider-Man the Animated Series had proven that kids could handle darker, more serious versions of their favorite superheroes. JLU continued that trend. In Initiation, Dan Berkowitz introduces us to the expanded roster of the Justice League while telling a Green Arrow-centered story about how Oliver Queen wants to protect a little guy in a world where gods and monsters battle in the skies every day. In Clash, the late great Dwayne McDuffie asks whether superheroes should get political as Captain Marvel fights Superman over their views on Lex Luthor. JLU never tried to be edgy or dark just for its own sake. Even the Cadmus arc, which painted Justice League heroes as villains, was about the dilemmas that come with godlike beings watching over humanity from outer space. That is not to mention heartbreaking moments such as Batman holding Ace's hand during her final moments and Solomon Grundy's death. Every battle, every death, every choice made by a character in Justice League Unlimited had repercussions. The show also tied the entire DC animated universe together, featuring the return of characters and storylines from Batman the Animated Series, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman Beyond, and Superman the Animated Series. It was a full-fledged shared universe before shared universes were cool. Justice League Unlimited retained everything great about Batman the Animated Series, itself a contender for GOAT superhero show, and it applied it to the rest of the DC universe. Not every DC hero could get their own show, but JLU treated everyone with the same respect. It was not a Batman and Friends quote unquote show, even though networks executives would probably have loved that. Television has given us some incredible comic book adaptations, especially from the 2010s onwards. Arrow was the start of a new era of superhero shows in a post-Smallville world, launching an ambitious DC shared universe that, despite its many shortcomings, entertained fans and casual viewers for a decade. Marvel has also had fantastic series over the years, from Daredevil and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to WandaVision and Loki. Seriously? However, given the sheer scale of Justice League Unlimited and everything that the series so masterfully did in just 3 seasons, it will remain the best superhero show for the foreseeable future. 2 decades after Darkseid was defeated, Justice League Unlimited is still the benchmark for comic book adaptations. End article.
All right, I think
Alright.
that this was a pretty good article. You will have a lot to say, of course, and I will have a lot to say.
Interesting points there. But, I mean, really, Agents of Shield, Loki.
I mean, that's
Okay.
that
I
at
put
the
Agents
end.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. way over Loki and whatever that other
Please,
shit
no.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it, it was okay, but even putting it here, it's a travesty. Just don't put it here.
Yeah.
Just no. Like, live action cannot compare to the animation in terms of quality telling. There was a few seasons, like 1, 2, I don't remember anymore. And, you know, of Arrow and Supergirl the first season and The Flash first season, that were good, but still nothing in comparison
nothing.
to the animated series.
Yeah.
And the thing that I want to point out, like, right off the bat, is very important, is that exactly because the animated series, the Batman, this one, Superman, whatever, exactly because they're so good and so different from anything in live action, it is the same reason that we remember them always to this day with fondness, sorry. This is something that stays with you for the rest of your life. That's how good those things are.
Exactly.
That's the huge difference, because whatever else we are watching, it just cannot even come close, because it does not stay with you. It doesn't leave any impact on your soul, on your mind, on your thinking, on your whatever it is. But these series do. So the quality and the substance and the meaning, there are many things that need to come together for a series or a movie to be good, and these animated series have everything, whereas the anything that's live action has like a few elements of that. Let's say it has 30% of something like this, and this has 100%. So that's it. The live action doesn't stay with you most of the time. You can't even remember like which season was what by this point. Whereas here, everything kind of blends together as one perfect whole. That's the difference.
You don't have the limitations in terms of storytelling that you want to do. You want to do a Green Arrow fighting a gigantic radioactive monster? Here we go. You know, but where can you do that in live action, especially when it's a TV show and not a movie?
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's about the storytelling quality, and then it's
I mean,
about
that too,
everything
yeah,
else.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of things, like I've said. But first and foremost is the storytelling, how you portray a character, the respect that you give them,
Well,
and then it's about everything
they
else.
did what Netflix has to do with their show that we talked before, and with Devil May Cry and everything else. They that's what adaptation is actually. You change some things, you get inspiration from the source material, you can even make it better, but you keep the core the same. That's how, for example, Batman the Animated series did it. A lot of the villains' origins and looks and everything is totally changed from comic books, but they made it better. You know, Clayface is kind of better, Mr. Freeze is kind of better, but through the core of the characters was the same. They understood what to change and how to change so that they can make it better, and people are still okay with it. And Batman was Batman. you know. In terms of Justice League Unlimited, well, my favorite is still Batman out of all these shows. You know, followed by
I second
Superman.
that.
Superman actually is the one that kind of they try to do a different thing from Batman, which of course it has to be, but it's the one that they try to set up the universe because he met Flash, he met Green Lantern. It was a different version, but he still met Green Lantern. He met Lobo, Supergirl, Doctor Fate, and many other guys. And at one point, you're watching and saying, "What if someday they make a Justice League cartoon?" And the Batman is out there somewhere. He met Batman, and you start thinking, "Oh!" And that's what they were trying to do. Actually, they weren't sure. Can we actually do the Justice League cartoon? But after the success of Superman, the studio tell them now it's time for Justice League, apparently, and they did it. I still, if I have to compare Justice League Unlimited and Justice League, I still prefer Justice League just because it's Justice League. You know,
Yeah.
the core characters. But Unlimited really opens up the world for the small characters that you haven't seen in live action, and you may have the interest
You
to
mean
check
in
them out.
animation?
You know, yeah,
In action.
in animation, in
You haven't
action,
seen them
yes.
in action.
And
yeah.
you may have actually that interest to check them out. They have a great version of the question there, which not many people know about him. Now it's her.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, no, he didn't change. It's just another person in the suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's still dumb. But still, so not many people know about him, who actually was supposed to be in Watchmen question, but you know, DC said no, don't kill our characters, and that's why they made Rorschach. But here they go. So still great stories, and they still have arcs despite having the different characters. And there, by the way, Nathan Fillion is voicing a character in Justice League Unlimited, Vigilante, the first version of Vigilante.
Okay.
So he started with things like that. But the greatest of all time, I'll still say Batman, but it has a great moment that actually shows how powerful Flash is in one of the last episodes and how powerful Superman is, because that's the episode when he just gets unhinged and fights Darkseid and say, here we have the rare opportunity. That's when they're
That's on Justice League
So,
Unlimited,
yeah,
not
that's
Justice
from
League.
Unlimited. No, that's from Unlimited.
Oh,
and
I gotta rewatch
and
those
it's
things.
great that you have the episodes with the smaller characters that they do stuff, but it's even better when again they show you the Justice League. These are again most of the episodes that I remember. The one with Superman fighting Darkseid, the Flash, the ones with there were great episodes with Batman and Green Lantern going back to the past, you know, in Old West, and some of the characters that they meet there are actually comic book characters. So you still have, okay, here is two of the main guys with some of the other guys that are in Wild West that we have them. So maybe now you can see things about them, and that's why those cartoons work. Even when you watch them as a child, you still have fun. Still have fun. You have a great storytelling, you remember them. That's why when you're older, you come back to them and you find out even more about the story. You say, well, that's actually quality. You know, if you watch freaking Teen Titans Go now, you know, you won't have fun. Maybe you get a univerism or something like that, or maybe you want to lobotomize yourself.
Oh, wow.
And you have no interest. If you're a child watching that, if you survive to get older, you have no interest to come back to that. No interest.
No
I have students
substance.
who watch that and they say it's fun, but then they forget about it.
Yeah, no substance.
No substance.
substance.
You really don't want to come back to the show. You don't remember anything. It was a show that I watched when I was a child, but that's it. So now we have nothing like that. It's good that we have those shows.
Basically, the difference is that one type of a show, the older shows are like a show, I mean, a creation with a soul, and the newer shows are like an inanimate object. I cannot say
Yeah.
that for some reason, but yeah, you know what I mean. A soulless
Yes.
thing. Because, you know, the original shows give everything, like I
Yeah.
said, all the things that are needed, the
Exactly.
storytelling, the respect to the characters, the respect to the stories, how they're portrayed, how they're shown, everything.
Even these more unknown characters, they have respect even to them. They still know who they are and how to write them. And you see a guy who is basically like a cowboy, you know, the first version of Vigilante voiced by Nathan Fillion. And you say, well, that's a cool guy right there. I didn't know anything about him, but you see who he is, and it's again a great version of it. It's not just we put him over there, just like James Gunn did, for example. He put a Hulk girl in the Superman, and it wasn't Hulk girl. It was some kind of psychopath that actually straight up killed a person with no repercussions after.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Mr. Terrific is in Justice League Unlimited. First time that he appears actually in on small screen, and that's the best version of the character. He was actually smart. He was cool. You see, oh, that's a cool guy. It wasn't, you know, that he has a garage that the door opens like.
Oh no,
And
George.
he's and he's like you know like a douchebag to everyone else because he's the smartest. No, that's not the case. It was a great character.
Definitely not the wisest then.
Definitely not the wisest.
But yeah, tonight, what do you think? How can we prove this guy from Screen Rant wrong?
I don't even think you need to necessarily. I mean, he's got his opinion, and obviously some people are going to have their opinions about this. But he already said it in the article himself. What's the nucleus? What started all of this? And the answer is Batman. Like Batman completely flipped the script on what a cartoon could be for kids. And I think a lot of kids were growing up with Batman, and there was a real appetite for that kind of stuff. With a more serious theme. They had a really great, like, the whole aesthetic and everything else that was going on. The music was fantastic. Kevin Conroy's a fucking amazing, of course. And so this guy can have his opinion. Great, good for him and whatnot. The thing that really baffles me about this article is this. I always go back to the same thing. Hollywood has perfect scripts, literally perfect scripts set up for them. You've got Batman, which is literally, in my opinion, the best way to introduce a character that you want to fully flesh out. One of the big ones. Yeah. And you get this episodic, serialized format where there's a monster of the week, but you learn more about the character along the way. Yeah. Superman building his world is also great. I love Justice League. In 2 20-minute episodes, they're fighting like completely like cosmic threats, otherworldly threats, gods, giants, monsters, everything else. And they did it in such a tight manner that you're introduced to all the characters. This is the roadmap. So you take the Batman the Animated Series, you start building a world with one character that you feel is very important. You go into the Superman by introducing another character, and the rest of the world starting to get fleshed out. And then there's a reason for the team to get together. MCU already did this perfectly. And then here's where Justice League Unlimited comes in. He's right. They introduced all these characters that I'm like, who the hell is this? And Logan was correct in what he said. Like, they seem really interesting. I'd like to know more about them. This is where, after a decade's worth of you setting the groundwork, you introduce these smaller characters that people have kind of grown to know and want to know more about. You do polling, you see who's interested in it or who's interesting. Maybe you have small team-ups here and there and run side projects off of that. It would be amazing. People would really be into it, and everyone gets to pick their favorite, whoever they like. But that's my opinion.
Exactly. That's what James Gunn should have done, you know, start with the bigger characters and then introduce the smaller ones. Yeah, don't put them in your big movie. I mean, after I watched a question in, I think he appeared in 2 or 3 episodes in Justice League Unlimited. He was so great that I said, well, I would watch a show about that guy. You know,
if he's
absolutely
written well.
If he's written well, exactly, because he was written well. I don't say I would watch a TV show about the question, you know, because he's kind of like a, you know, paranoid detective conspiracy theory.
That's why Rorschach was so popular when Watchmen came out. Everyone loved Rorschach.
Yeah. And again, the guys at Watchmen were also so well written. They basically adapt the comic book, and you say, well, I would watch a spin-off about Rorschach, right? I mean,
for sure. I would right now, like hands down, no problem.
But you watch the new Superman, and would you say, well, I would watch a spin-off about the Supergirl? No, about the whole movie, about the whole girl or Mr. Terrific. Hell no, let him keep his T-balls, spheres, or whatever they're called there
Put him
away.
in his ass
Away.
for all I care.
Exactly. Jesus Christ.
Although I like the
So,
movies more, Zack Snyder, like, he made the same mistake. He did Superman, Batman, and then all of a sudden they're fighting with each other, and it's like, what? Wait,
That was a studio
where's
that
all
was
the
call.
rest
studio
of them in the
interference. He
build-up?
wanted to do Man of
No,
Steel too.
I understand. So I'm not trying to pin it completely on Zack Snyder. I'm using his name as to signify the time period that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you want me to say WB, then yeah, WB made a huge
WB.
mistake.
Yeah, huge mistake.
Absolutely. They just decide, yeah, no, the big money if we put the two characters together.
Yeah, but wait, we had to have a Batman movie first, and Man of Steel 2,
exactly.
and
They
then
were
Batman.
so far behind the MCU that they were racing to try and get the dollar.
Yeah,
and
that
instead
was,
of doing,
yeah.
oh, what a mistake.
If
Especially if
they
Marvel had
actually-
gone full Kevin Feige, they could have just been like, oh, well, while fans are bitching over on the Marvel end, they'll come to DC because we're starting the same thing the MCU did with Iron Man leading up into. And they could have made so much money off of that.
Exactly. If they done a Batman movie and then introduce what happened in Man of Steel, and then he sees that, and then then BVS, for example, starts off with that, we already know who this Batman will be, why he's like that, and everything else. Not that we don't know, but still, yeah, they.
I mean, Zack did whatever he could with the movie
he
to
did
make
actually
us
great,
absolutely,
to make us,
to understand who's what, who's doing what.
But in terms of what to do
still.
today with that universe, as Tsunami said, they have the roadmap to everything. Just look at those animated shows that they have. Here, even Marvel, you wonder how to do X-Men movie, X-Men the animated show. You have it there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know,
everything.
you have it
100%.
there. Again, they adapt stories from comic books. Even in X-Men '97, they adapt even more, and they adapted them great. You know, it's different, but it's still adaptation. You know, oh, that's this story. It's not, well, it's the inspired adaptation, so it's my original story. That's why Lady will kick Dante's butt. Jesus Christ.
X-Men is middle for them to choose too. Although it has nothing to do with modern day stuff or racism and all the rest of the message stuff, Stan Lee just created them to like, he's like, this is a way for me to introduce a bunch of people at once.
Yeah.
People have taken it and been like, hey, we can explore topics like political topics, racism and things like that. And it makes sense in the X-Men world. And you can explore these things without you don't have to beat us over the head with modern day shit. Just put your themes in there and it would actually work with the storyline that's already there.
It was never needed before. I mean, you can use what is happening to the X-Men and how people perceive them and how people treat them as a metaphor that can be applied on principle to anything else in the world.
Yeah. I mean, you can be just a different person from the others, not by looks or religion or anything. You can be just different because you're more confident on it, and people don't perceive you the same way, and they show you that. They show you
They're so dumb. They could have their cake and eat it too, but they choose to like hand fist and throw the shit in there, and it's so dumb.
Yeah, it's everything by force.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so it's not like we have a lot of time. So let's proceed to reading the chat as quick as possible, guys, because we don't really have time and we have to continue further with the other two topics.
Okay. Let's see. Memorabilia. L. Turner says memorabilia in rewatch value has to be taken into strong consideration, especially when having these types of discussions. Nate's meme says, I agree, X-Men 97, Spider-Man, and Batman animated series set the bar. Batman the animated series, says L. Turner, is a favorite of mine as well. I even purchased physical copies of the entire series twice on DVD and then Blu-ray. Nate's memes, that intro track to X-Men 97 went way harder than it needed to.
It did, yeah.
L. Turner says, yeah, Teen Titans Go was a lazy attempt from corporate and a cash grab. The regime who greenlit it got bed, but it was temporal because they focused on jokes instead of solid, cohesive stories, which is the exact worry of the next topic we're about to talk about. Anyways, the color palette of Batman the Animated Series was so dark. I loved it. Me too, L. Turner.
Yes.
Nate's meme says, even though Batman the original was a cartoon, it didn't treat its target audience, kids, like they're dumb. True.
True. That's why we remember
Uh,
those things. Yeah.
I'm looking at my physical copy right now.
Hmm.
L. Turner says, nice course correction on who's to blame for putting Batman in the first sequel to Man of Steel. WB was trying to compete with the MCU.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course. Nate Smeem says, studio meddling and poor decision making has been an issue for decades at WB. L. Turner, y'all articulate your points so accurately and beautifully. Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
very kind of you. Nate Smeem says, WB messed up when they didn't allow Alan Horn to return to the studio. And over on the Gamer channel, we've got Kyle B. What's up, Kyle B? So how is everyone tonight? Hey, Empress. Going to send you something on Discord. I fixed Laura. Interesting.
Oh,
Karate says, Batman original was awesome, still holds up. Thomas is out for the night. Have a good night, Thomas. Tabletop Junkie Games, Justice League Unlimited was the best. So there's one for the author of this. I own the Justice League and Unlimited. Awesome. Karate says, did you see that fucking atrocious Bat Fam show? No.
No,
We're
no.
not going to talk
No.
about that.
Thank God. No.
Truth says, I'll admit, classic DCU had amazing lineups of superhero shows. Yeah, they really had
Absolutely.
something there, and then they kind of let it go. Truth says, Batman Beyond is the first Batman I was introduced to. Oh, that's no
Oh,
bueno.
nice.
I never watched Justice League Unlimited. Karate, if you like anything, yeah, absolutely, it's worth checking out. In my opinion, I'll let the
Absolutely.
panel speak for themselves.
If you have seen all the other shows before that, like Batman, the animated series, Superman, Justice League, yeah, that's a great follow-up, so you will love it. Put it in your
They have
list.
some really cool stories.
Hmm.
Am I bloop? Anyways,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
Batman singing. Anyways, Anime Mania. What's up, Anime Mania? Good to
Hey,
see you.
Anime Mania.
What's good, everyone?
hi.
Yep, Tabletop Junkie adds on. DCU was so far behind they were trying to catch up with the MCU, but it was too late. Damn right. You guys have a good night. I'm going to get some rest now. It was nice listening to you guys. I did like the stream for you. Thanks very much.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
joining us, and we'll see you on the next one, hopefully.
Thank you.
Anime Mania loves the Dragon Ball Z sweater, Logan.
Thank you.
Nice. The end. We're all caught up.
Awesome. Okay, so Kyle B sent me Lara. He fixed her a bit
Okay.
in AI. I'm okay. Let me gather my thoughts now. So as I can see here, this is I'm gonna show it on the screen, guys. Hold on.
We have a new topic then.
We
It's
have
still
a
chat
new
talk.
we have a new topic that's not a chat talk yet. Hold on. I'm just gonna put that on screen because it's important for me to mention this, and of course, thank you, Kyle, for sharing this. So, just a slight pause for Lara Croft now.
Alright.
Everybody keep their panties, not in the bunch.
For a while ago.
Okay, so let's put this here, and let's put this here, and now let's fix it because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how you found this image, Kyle. I tried to find it myself. I mean, I tried to find something from the Legacy of Atlantis game. I couldn't. So I have to actually move them around because this is the original. And
Hat tip from the ethereal voice in the sky. Hat tip.
Huh?
You do fine work, sir.
He says that fine work to Kyle B, yes.
Fine work, yes. And fine work to the AI as well. Just let me not let's make it smaller so it doesn't cover your face. Okay, guys, bear with me. I'm gonna fix it. Okay. So let me cook now.
Go.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Kyle B, thank you so much, Kyle, for this. On this very left side, we have Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, Legacy of the Atlantis, whatever newer game that's gonna come out next year, 2026. And this is the Lara Croft model that I really want to find by myself. This particular picture I couldn't find, but this is amazing representation of how the character looks like, and I think she is super hot. And yeah, she just looks great.
She
Okay.
just looks amazing.
Now,
Yeah.
on the second image, we have Giles basically putting Lara into the AI, into Gemini, as far as I can see here, making her enhanced in the bust. So, which version is better? Now, some people on the internet, which is a lot of people, say that they prefer Lara with the bigger boobs rather than the smaller boobs. Now, both variants are actually aesthetically pleasing, and that is because the original has big enough boobs. I mean, big enough for being in proportion, which is important when you're an artist, because you do have to think about when you're an artist and you're tasked with creating a character, you do have to have some things in mind, and how the character is going to move and whatever, how it's going to look in certain angles, all those things. So from that point of view, from a design standpoint, from some other gameplay standpoint, they may decide to actually lower the boobs a bit. Now I would probably do them like the AI did them. That is very large boobs. That's
Yeah.
large.
That's well.
That's large. It's gonna look a bit more comical when she moves around and all of that. So if you are making the game, you have to make a decision. Either create her to be, well, more boobalicious, or create her to be like less boobalicious but still enough boobs, because most women don't have bigger breasts than A, B, C. Yeah, than C. Like some even have just A. A cup, whatever. A D is a rarity. Girls like me that still retain their shape. I mean, they're not fat and they still have boobs. That's rare. So, but okay, this is a game. We don't need to be realistic. Whatever. We don't need to be realistic in terms of how women look like. Now, what I'm super annoyed by is that some people actually think that Lara looks like the average woman.
Yeah.
The Lara from the new game, the Atlantis game. This Lara, they think that's how many times you went out on the street
And you see a
saw
woman
that?
like that, yeah.
Are you kidding me? I mean, we here in Bulgaria, we're famous not only with the rose oil and the originating yogurt. I mean, the
Yogurt,
origins
yeah.
of the yogurt.
Yeah.
Whatever. We are famous with other things,
And
but
cheese.
also we're famous with beautiful women. Okay, there are many people that went through Bulgaria and other countries. They say, wow, in Bulgaria actually most beautiful women somehow. That is because we just have a lot of beautiful women in general. Like they're just more than usual in other countries. So like every day I see some girl that is like above average, like way above average, I would say. So maybe if you come here, you can see someone that is pretty beautiful and like above average, but in other countries not always, because I did watch Hypnotic's video and I agree with what he said for the most part, but I don't agree that she looks like the average woman. That's
No, she
ridiculous.
doesn't. No, she doesn't.
That is so dumb. Like from my class when I was growing up, all the girls in the class were average. Actually, that's how it happened with my class. Average or below average. And only I was, a bit more like something.
I work with women. I work with women every day, and I've changed a lot of colleagues because they just come and go. Most of them are average
Or below.
or below average,
You
even
mean,
that.
yes.
There is one that puts makeup on her face, but she's fat, and I say, well,
But you're fat. No, you don't say anything.
No, I don't say
You don't
anything.
say
I just
anything, you
think
think
about
it.
it doesn't make things any better.
I mean, when you overall don't look good, even if you put makeup to enhance your features are covered by fat. So
Yeah.
and I really love women. That's a sarcasm. That's a sarcasm. I really love
Flip it,
women.
Thomas.
I really love women that don't take care of themselves in terms of their weight. They're fat, out of shape. They don't do their hair. They don't do anything. But oh man, they think they made a difference because they went to do their pedicure
Yeah.
and their manicure.
Yeah, or they went Pilates.
Oh my gosh, like I'm seeing like a super fat woman with the perfect nails, and I'm like, do you think that's enough? Or
That makes all the difference. She's just going to do like that to the man.
no, okay. But
Anyway,
anyway, and I'm not doing my nails because they're just normal human nails.
Also, you're training.
But I'm training, so when you have nails, then when you try to pick up the weights, your nails like chafe and break and whatever, and it's just ridiculous. Also, nail polish destroys your nails. Like literally, it makes them, to break and to be dry and whatever. So this is actually unhealthy, and I'm not doing unhealthy things. And nobody cares about my freaking nails. Nobody, no man cares about my nails. But anyway, so everything else I try to be perfect.
Karate Werewolf.
Yeah, Karate Werewolf, thank you so much, Karate Werewolf. I'm gonna address it. So, um, first of all, and we're gonna finish with the Lara topic, but first of all, I agree with the AI. Okay, fine. I also agree with the original image.
Yeah.
I just agree
totally,
with
yes.
both images. We can, take in consideration how hard it is to move around with big boobs realistically or not, because this is a game. It is very hard to move realistically with
It
big
is,
boobs.
yeah.
She's very athletic, Lara. That is, she's very athletic. So to run around, to jump, to like imagine what is to hit a freaking rock with these boobs, try to grab on it. She's gonna hit her boobs like every time. It's gonna hurt like hell. But okay,
Yeah,
we can skip that
when you
if
when
you
you create
want.
a character like
Not
that
count.
that is going to be acrobatic and is going to do all those things, you really have to take
I,
this
I
into
have a
consideration.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question because the Laura Croft argument right now is not about Laura Croft 26. It's about Laura Croft 27, or at least that's the majority of what I've seen, and that's the
Oh,
way that I personally felt.
oh no, I've seen this a lot. We don't want to talk about the other Lara Croft, but let's just sorry, my English, my language, my freaking tongue. I saw super a lot arguing about this one, and the second one is another topic. So let's not mix the two, please. So let's stay on this one because this one is also
This one also people claim that
I was
she looks.
watching I was watching Hypnotic live, and for one thing, I think obviously the boob men of the chat were being a bit over the top. There's a particular scene in the 26 when she's jumping from platform to platform, and she's clearly jumping, and then he froze frame, and it's very obvious that she's pretty well endowed in the chest area. And he was pointing out, and then I looked at the chat, and like some people, obviously they're just never going to be happy. The 26 version, I think it's ridiculous that anyone's like, I ain't kicking the left out of the bed, but the right's more fun looking. How about that? Other than that, though, I just wasn't sure if you guys were talking about 26 only or 27. They
only
both look great to me.
26. Only
26,
26. I will talk about 27 some other time. Just 26, please.
Sure. Got it.
Okay, so yeah. So first of all, to finish this off, this is not the average woman. Jesus Christ.
No, Jesus Christ, no.
That's just not objectively true. She has, like Hypnotic says, she had well done eyelashes and full lips, and her face is so nice and pleasant. Actually, she's really pleasant. Her body showcase well how she moves.
Yeah,
Nothing to
course.
complain about at all.
she's actually drawn like to me the perfect way is if you draw a female body like in X-Men the animated series.
Oh, that's
Not
even,
97.
That's actually
Not
better.
97.
That's
In
actually
X-Men, this is how it's not ridiculously big. It's actually in proportion. The legs are also great. Not like a lop life of legs which are from here to Canada. Long. It looks ridiculous, and everything is big. And I say okay, but when Catwoman or Black Cat jumps from that building, what she's going to be she's going to have boobs in her face. We don't like that. Jesus Christ.
She
So-
really needs a good bra.
So really, to me, that was always the model. X-Men, the animated series. This is how you should draw a female body. This is how it should look.
And that's like the best possible because it follows the perfect ratio of
exactly.
like I mentioned yesterday, but previous day, whoever, whatever day, 90, 60, 90. That's it.
Exactly.
Your hips should be in the same as wide as your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's how it
And
is.
in the first picture, I see exactly as it should be from X-Men, the animated series. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's great. She looks great. I don't know what people say. Average one. Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. So thank you so much, Kyle B, for creating a new topic on the stream. I just wanted to rant about Lara
Yep.
Croft, but let's know what you think in the comments, of course, as always. And now we really have no time, but I'm going to address, of course, what's happening in the chat. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna remove Lara. I'm gonna put chat talk in here. So Karate Werewolf for the two. Again, thank you so much for getting the one drama salute. And Anime Mania, welcome to the Imperial Guard.
Hey, Animania.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much for support, guys. December is a tough month, so I'll be happy. Whatever you can do, of course, within reason for the support. I'm happy, guys. Thank you so much. So, Tsunami, you can read a few comments before we continue.
Okay, let me jump back over. I went to the article. Laura's easy on AI, but that picture on the right is more visually provoking, says L. Turner. L. Turner continues with Laura is in peak physical shape, above the standards of the typical American female gym rat. She has the cross between an acrobatic build and a bodybuilder. All right,
No,
and
I don't
then
think she has any bodybuilding in her. I mean, for that, she has to, be a lot more muscular, which she's not. I mean, she has a bit of a definition, but just so slight. It's very slight, so I wouldn't say so. Bodybuilding women are 10 times, at least 10, more muscular. So yeah, continue.
yeah, remember, guys, in the so-called fitness world, there are different categories. Bodybuilding in the female category means like
The extreme.
Amazon
yeah.
muscular, like what the really bad She-Hulk version. There's the bikini, and then the fitness, which I think you're talking more about the fitness category. But sure,
Yeah.
Or the
I get where
bikini.
you're going with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That Laura pick though, god damn, says Anima Mania. Sure, for sure.
Yes. I
Kyle
mean,
B says, mind you, there's not much difference. They almost got there, just had to go up a size and no probs. I see where you're going with it. People want the mythological version of Laura, where it's like, I don't give a fuck about reality. I just want to see the big triangle boobs in real life now and see them jumping around. So I get where you're going with that.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Karani says, at least she doesn't look like a dude. Baby steps. True. Harry Manley in the house. Is this on the left side the original? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The right is the mod. It says karate. True.
Indicated by
True
this
says
star
boobs are
here.
boobs.
Star, yeah.
I'm cool with them at any size. Just make sure they're going along with a pretty face. Ah, well said. Anima Mania says, Laura Croft in that game looks pretty good though. At least she looks attractive, in my opinion.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kyle says I put them up to 3060, but I'm just glad they made her more feminine in this version. Sorry, it said feminine. I was like, what the shit? And closer to the old Laura, we'll just have to see what the gameplay is like. Just remember there will be mods. At least she's not pregnant, says Karate. True. Grogbast in the house. What's up?
Jesus Christ, man. What's up at Anime Mania? Again, thank you so much. Thank you for the one membership.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you got
Hey,
it.
thank you.
Yeah.
Kyle B says, all I want is for her to raid Tombs again and be that femme fatale that she was the model. Looks good, but what is her character going to be? You have to remember Jerry Ryan, aka 7 of 9. There are women like that out there. Jerry Ryan? She's very slender. Anyways,
I don't know who that is.
I get to okay, we're all caught up chat wise.
Just man of subculture says that he'll play the game if it's the modded photo, but for the other photo, avoid the game. Man, she still looks
That's
amazing
crazy.
in that photo. Just avoid the game.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
That's ridiculous.
Really,
Come
bigger
on.
doesn't make better always, man.
Come on, the rebooted game, she looked great and she had
Yeah.
smaller boobs there. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? She looked great there.
And
Like,
people still play it. It's still a great game. Yeah, she
She's-
looks great there.
yeah, I love
Yeah.
her rebooted, also rebooted her.
Yeah.
Her rebooted version. I love all the three games, how she looks there.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I had to attack Hazel on the superhero channel and just
Hello.
saw him enter. Okay. We have to continue to the next topic, guys, because otherwise we're super
Yeah, let's
late.
go to the next one.
So let's check the next topic. Please hold your horses, hold your butts, whatever you need to
I'm on
hold.
Voltron.
Yes, Voltron. Just let me.
Got it.
Yeah. Here it is. So, Henry Cavill's Voltron movie leaks sequel to original 80s cartoon. So, actually, we did cover this, or at least the previous news about the Voltron movie with Henry Cavill, that there was a test screening. It
Yeah.
went really, really good. So, now we have new news, I guess. But yeah, let's see what's new about them. Tsunami, give it a go.
Better late than never. I started wondering what's going on with Henry Cavill's Voltron movie, especially since absolutely nothing has been said about it for months. While digging around online, I came across a YouTuber discussing a reported very early rough cut test screening leak that revealed new details about the film. I grew up with the original. I still have my original lines and Voltron. I'll say I see red flags as Voltron sounds exactly like what Amazon is doing with Masters of the Universe. Goofy. Mr. H Reviews claimed about 2 months ago that a test screening for Amazon's live action Voltron went over well, offering the first substantial insight into what the movie looks like.
Exactly what we were
The
talking about.
YouTuber,
actually.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Continue.
the YouTuber says his sources are solid. The film has been quietly in development for some time, and earlier reports suggest Voltron was being positioned as a direct streaming release on Amazon Prime Video, not a theatrical release. Producers later walked that back slightly, saying its release plans were still undecided. However, Mr. H Reviews says his source confirms a streaming release and that it would be a shame to do so, and while it's obviously not meant to be an Oscar contender, the source loved it. The leaked reaction claims Voltron is not a reboot, but a direct sequel to the classic 1980s cartoon, packed with callbacks, Easter eggs, and references to the original lore. The story centers on a new intergalactic war between the peaceful Galaxy Alliance and the conquering alien race known as the Galra, who have freed their imprisoned ruler, Emperor Zarkon, played by Sterling K. Brown. With war declared, the legendary defender Voltron is needed once again. As in the cartoon, Voltron is formed by 5 robotic lions, piloted by new young pilots from different worlds. The lions, dormant since Zarkon's defeat and spread across the galaxy, awaken and summon a new generation of pilots from across the galaxy. The film's main character is Mac, a young man from Earth who discovers one of the Voltron lions buried in a cave near his home. He soon learns that he has a personal connection to the machine. He's the son of a former Voltron pilot. The main team from the original series, Keith, Lance, Hunk, Paige, Sven, are human pilots from Earth. Quote, overwhelmed by curiosity and a sense of adventure, Mac follows the Lion's beacons and is whisked across the galaxy to enlist in the war against Zarkon, says the leak. Much of the movie reportedly focuses on the training sequences and team dynamics as the new pilots struggle to work together and successfully form Voltron. The tone is described as intentionally cheesy and fun, drawing comparisons to Power Rangers mixed with Top Gun Maverick, but with giant robots.
Interesting.
It's all very silly stuff, quote unquote, said the source who grew up with the cartoon but found it great, adding it's intended to be a family film, quote unquote, and quote unquote, injects quite a bit of humor. That's not good. Henry Cavill reportedly plays a small, supporting but important role as the son of Princess Allura and is the king of the planet Altion. In the original series, his grandfather would be King Alfor, Allura's father. Henry Cavill is said to be a key figure within the Galaxy Alliance, as Altion is the Voltron force's base of operation. While Henry isn't the main character, Cavill gets standout moments, including a sword fight scene that left the source impressed. The reaction even notes that Cavill's performance made the source more excited to see him headline the upcoming Highlander reboot. The villains are said to be one of the strongest elements of the film and are the source's favorite part of the film. Sterling K. Brown's Emperor Zarkon is described as heavily prosthetic-based and intimidating. As I suspected, Rita Ora is indeed playing Hagar the Dark Witch and appears nearly unrecognizable, buried under creature makeup and hissing much of her dialogue.
Good.
Quote, she seems to be having fun alongside Sterling K. Brown as Emperor Zarkon, says the source. The Galra forces themselves were compared to, quote, the orcs from Lord of the Rings, but in space. Because this is a rough cut test screening, the visual effects were unfinished. Still, fully rendered shots of Voltron reportedly look faithful to the original design. The source left the screening entertained and satisfied. Quote, it's not going to win any awards, stressing again the movie feels far bigger than a straight-to-streaming release. The source, quote, couldn't imagine seeing Voltron in full glory on anything other than a big screen. Amazon streaming or theaters. If the leak is accurate, Voltron could end up joining Amazon's growing slate of nostalgia-driven IP revivals. But, according to this screening reaction, dumping it on streaming may undersell what could be a crowd-pleasing sci-fi spectacle, especially for fans who grew up with the original series. Still, red flags are present as it sounds like another IP made goofy for the modern audience. For now, Amazon has not officially commented on the film's release plans. It's possible an announcement and Voltron trailer might be released this summer at the San Diego Comic-Con for possibly a 2027 release date. Voltron director and cast details. Rawson Marshall Thurber is the director. Making up the rest of the Voltron cast, and according to IMDb, includes Nathan Jones, John Kim, Laura Gordon, Tim Griffin, Samson Kayo, Daniel Quintoye, Keanu Kareem, Matthew Scully, Tharanya Theron, Roberto Zanca, Kevin Spink, and Giovanni Adams.
Who?
End article.
Yeah.
So are most of the pilots going to be
Unknown.
okay?
Kind of seems so. Well, it doesn't sound bad to me or that goofy. There's nothing that that screams, oh my gosh, like it was for He-Man.
The only thing that I'm kind of disappointed, I said it in the first time when we talked about that with Mr. H reviews coverage. Then, why is it not adaptation of the original again?
Yeah, why is it continuation of a cartoon that
why
was
is it continuation with
like
new
35
guys?
years ago?
Yeah, you want
Jesus
to
Christ.
you want to have the connection to the cartoon. Adapt that. Give me those characters. Just adapt. You have the first 2 episodes, which are how they find alliance and everything else. Just do that.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Just do that. Like, why?
I hate when it's now it's the son of this guy, and he was the son of that, and your father was a pilot, and you have to do the
And
same
your
thing.
father's left shoe
Man,
had a plot has a plot line.
just just adapt the story from the cartoon. Let it be Keith and Sven
Yeah,
and Lance and all the other guys.
It's not like we had 500 live action movies with Voltron before.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
they didn't do the same with He-Man. It's not the son of He-Man now in the movie, but we're going to throw a callbacks to the original.
Yeah,
Also,
needless.
give Henry Cavill a lion.
Yeah,
Not going to have even that again.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's the son of the princess,
Of
he
Aurora,
should have
yeah.
a lion. But yeah,
Well,
probably not.
apparently he's not that important. to have a
Chicken.
lion.
It was a bit funny to me when I saw this picture. I was like, "Wow, Voltron here looks like my mom."
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's like a caricature of my mom when she was young, with like the lips and it's interesting.
He always had full lips.
Yeah, no.
I love it in the cartoon when Kid was talking and then Voltron was opening his mouth. What is happening?
Yeah, what is
Why is he
happening?
talking with his voice?
Yeah, when he's with his mouth, he can talk without opening his mouth. But yeah, this. I mean, I love Voltron so much.
Of course.
So maybe they can do a great story with that.
Maybe,
But with
maybe.
that premise, I mean, but like again, why nobody? How many people remember today? Stupid Gen Z and whatever Z. Who remembers the other stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
who
why.
watched them?
That's why would they care that one of the main pilots was a son of another pilot? They don't know who the father is. If they tell them this is the son of Kid, why would they care?
Yeah, why would they care? The son of Princess Allura, I mean, great,
That's
but I
serious.
want to kind of see the young Princess Allura when she didn't have a
Right.
kid and she was just a
Yeah,
hero.
I want to see those characters in live action, and you can even make 2 movies if you make it like the cartoon when actually
You
spend
can even
Kevin
cook.
Have you guys seen the cast?
and
Did you look at their pictures?
What?
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 Did you guys look at the pictures of the cast?
Ah, no. we
No,
haven't
I
seen
mean,
it.
are most of them black and Latino or Indian or what?
There's an obvious push towards diversifying the cast.
Yeah, I thought so. Judging by the
However,
names, actually, I
He
thought
said,
so.
however, hold on. However,
Mm.
As soon as you see the photos, you can tell that they are trying to make the same types of characters from the original 5, but they've just recast them as enter color here or different racial status. So they are definitely trying to fit the original makeup of the team while changing the. They don't want to say that they're original characters.
Okay.
So they want to have some kind of liberties
Oh, these are
going
the
in new
cycles.
directions with this things, which is what it looks like. And I'm guessing that in lieu of Princess Allura, we'll have Henry Cavill as the stand-in for what she did way back in the day.
yeah.
But if you get a chance to look at the cast, interesting.
Oh, there's a black guy.
There's a black guy.
Oh, there's lots of black guys.
Sterling Key Brown. Well, the guy's called
Okay,
Brown.
Indian, black
so if most
girl.
of
Yeah,
them are
there's
black,
all
and
kinds of stuff.
let's say the main
Okay.
one who is going to be Mac or whatever his name was, how is he going to be a son of any of the other pilots? They were all white.
Okay. I mean, Rita Ora is a good,
Rita Ora,
was a
which is
great
okay.
singer once upon a time, and I guess she's an actress now. I mean, I miss her lore for a while. There's a Asian guy.
There's an Asian guy.
There is
hmm
another white girl. Well, so far so good. Tim Griffin. I mean, most of the people are white so
You
far.
think you should look at the photos?
Well, okay, second black guy.
Samson Kayo, he looks like what was it? Hunk, he was his name, the fat guy, but black.
Yeah, there's a direct.
Yeah.
You can see the fat guy. Like it's obvious what they're doing.
Yeah.
This guy is mixed. He's
In
mixed
terms
race.
of the humor, I'm almost wondering if this so-called source really did watch the originals because there's goofy humor with the mice and whatnot, and then so there was humor associated with it. It's just again, my instincts are reacting to what are you saying right now? Is it going to be joke after joke?
Yeah.
Is there going to be occasional levity for family, like entertainment? Like so you got to be more
Exactly.
specific than what this guy's saying.
Is it going to be James Gunn humor or good humor? Let's say.
It sounds like it's going to be some kind of a balance. At least that's how I read it in my head. But
let's
we'll
hope,
see.
let's hope.
I mean, most of the people are white actually, and there's one mixed guy, one Asian guy. I mean, that's okay. Like whoever. I mean, who cares? I mean, most people are white.
Still, I think they should have go with the original characters from the
They want black guys, so
cartoon,
three black guys.
and even they could
want mixed.
do a second movie just like in the animation when actually Sven, who was piloting originally the Blue Lion, was hurt. Well, he dies in the Japanese version.
There's a very obvious Pidge.
Place.
What?
If I was to guess who's who, there's a very obvious Pidge character. There's a very obvious Hunk character. Like, and there's a mixture in terms of, like I said, I think there's going to be an Asian. I think she looks kind of Indian to me. There's a couple of black people. One of them's Emperor Zarkon. Obviously, Rita Ora is playing whatever her name is. I forget.
So won't people complain that the black people play the bad guys?
There's a mixture. That's why I'm saying like I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that there's a mixture. It's very obvious that they're trying to find the same team dynamic in terms of there's a fat guy, there's a little like pipsqueak, etc., so on and so forth.
Pipsqueak.
So it's obvious that they're going to try and use the same kind of dynamic. So I don't know what to make of this shit.
Yeah, we don't know what to make of it.
Could be good, could be bad.
We have to see, yeah. So, I mean, let us know what you think in the comments, guys. And now let's move on to quick chat section because it really had to be quick, guys. There's just literally no time. But yeah, chat and hi to Roadkill. Hail, Roadkill. Hail, so...
I think they were still talking about Wallace boobs.
Okay, so not Wallace boobs. So any comments about Voltron, please?
Yep. Truth says he's a fan of the Toonami, not the Tsunami. My favorite afternoon cartoon, good old Voltron. True. Karate says it. Amazon is a really mixed bag these days, but I have more hope for them than Netflix.
Yeah.
Also, very true. It was more refreshing to watch Voltron after being buried deep by Power Rangers. Yeah, I can understand that. True says they don't want to adapt; they just want to compete. It's typical with the West thinking that they can do better than the original. It's going to be piss on a newspaper, says Karate. Possibly.
No, that's a phrase. Yeah.
That's a phrase.
Oh, Nate's memes with a good comment. I'm going to be pissed if they muck Voltron up. I hope they make it with a similar tone to the first Pacific Rim flick.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty it. We're all caught up.
All right, guys. All right, let's move on.
Guys, if I missed something, I'm sorry in chat. I'm just trying to keep it tight.
Yeah, only Voltron. Yes.
But okay, let's continue though, guys. So next topic. Hopefully this is gonna be fast. So Supergirl trailer draws more dislikes in 24 hours than Superman in 6 months. Let's discuss, Tsunami. Give it a go.
All right. The newly released Supergirl teaser trailer is already facing heavier pushback on YouTube, racking up more dislikes in 24 hours than the Superman trailer has accumulated over 6 months. Look out! At Supergirl lands in theaters June 26th. Supergirl, DC Studios' newest feature film to hit the big screen, will be in theaters worldwide. Warner Brothers Pictures, starring Millie Alcock in the dual role of Supergirl Kara Zor-El. Greg Gill film from a screenplay by Anna Nogueira. When an unexpected and ruthless adversary strikes too close to home, Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, joins forces with an unlikely companion on an epic interstellar journey of vengeance and justice.
Yeah.
Supergirl trailer is receiving massive backlash due to its portrayal of the main character, Crypto. I'm sorry, due to its portrayal of the main character, Crypto peeing on Superman, comparisons to Guardians of the Galaxy, and they even drastically changed the look of the villain. Your choice is your action. That's what makes you who you are. At Superman, DC Studios' first feature film to hit the big screen is set to soar into. Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
don't
Yeah,
need to read
it's too
that.
cut
You
off
need-
from that YouTube. Sorry.
Go to the
YouTube
Yeah.
numbers tell a different story. As of one day after release, the Supergirl teaser sits at roughly 29,000 dislikes at 9.5 million views, while the Superman trailer released in May has accumulated about 21,000 dislikes over 6 months and 36 million views. If the ratio holds, when Supergirl gets the same number of views, its dislikes will be well over 100,000. While both videos have strong view counts, the engagement gap stands out. Reaction from fans. The release of the Supergirl trailer triggered immediate backlash across social media, with critics accusing the film of leaning too heavily on James Gunn's familiar Guardian of the Galaxy style. Many viewers labeled the trailer a rehash, comparing Millie Alcock's Kara Zor-El to a female Star-Lord, citing the trench coat look, Walkman, and cynical attitude reflected in the tagline, "Truth, justice, whatever."
Yeah, amazing.
On X and Reddit, detractors described the tone as bleak and cynical, arguing it stripped the character of the hopeful spirit traditionally associated with Supergirl. Some reactions also criticized the film's muted color palette, calling it visually dull and oppressive, and claimed the tone drifted too far from the energy of Woman of Tomorrow. The early metrics suggest Supergirl is provoking a stronger immediate response than Superman did at the same stage, and it doesn't appear to be good. Release info. Supergirl is set to release on June 22nd, 2026. With Superman already underperforming at the box office, questions are being raised about whether Supergirl can be a success. Gunn has also said he wants to do an effing awesome Batman. Anybody buying it?
No.
End article.
No, nobody's buying it.
Nobody's
Okay,
buying that, yeah.
quick thoughts. So, oh my god. Okay, first of all, Supergirl official teaser trailer. First data over 300,000 likes versus 29 dislikes. That's normal. That's normal for a lot of things that have
Yeah.
such a huge millions of views. So he's kind of making this article almost out of nothing. I mean, yes, it has more dislikes than Superman. Okay, yeah, it should be more disliked than Superman by any means.
Yeah.
Because first, this is not Superman; it's a lesser character, after all. And second, it's worse. It is worse.
It is worse.
Than what
it is
Superman's
worse.
shown, because it is Superman trailers. At least they looked a bit more bright and whatever.
And they wouldn't like an imitation of another movie.
Yeah, the
To some
movie
extent.
didn't look depressing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Although it is in many ways.
It is.
But it didn't look that in the trailer. So when it comes to just judging by the trailer, this is absolutely normal for what Superman is showing compared to what Supergirl is showing. So that doesn't mean like all the things in the world that people are so whatever disappointed. It just means they're more disappointed than this than Superman. It's normal. It's nothing to write home about. It's what you would expect. But anything else that he's talking about, it's the same. This does look like exactly if he was Star-Lord. It looks exactly like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It has the same color palette as the Guardians. Truth, justice, whatever.
Even by the way, at
one of
the
the worst
beginning,
things ever.
the beginning of the trailer of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is shown how Peter Quill is standing depressed in a bar drinking, and we see literally the same scene in that trailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
of Supergirl sitting depressed in the bar drinking.
and that's not even James Gunn directing it. So
Yeah.
imagine how much finger he has on the trigger and on
He has
everything.
all the fingers in all the holes.
He
probably.
has all the fingers in all the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is exactly his thing. Like his style is all over this. There's no
Absolutely.
denying it.
Yeah.
But yeah, tonight, just let me know what you think.
Very quickly, I think that most people are. If Superman had more of a leniency in terms of time for dislike ratio, it was because people were excited that, okay, there's a new iteration of this. There might be hope for this. Let's see where James Gunn goes with it. We saw what James Gunn did. Now people are very quick to react and be like, no, we don't want more of this shit. And I think that's where the disparity between the ratios is really coming in. Everyone sees exactly what's going on right now, and they're not happy in any way. So I think there's going to be a strong reaction in terms of dislikes versus likes. And I think that everyone is just ready for James Gunn to go. Wherever you hold yourself at, he has very few fans, especially for this type of thing. And I think that people that want to make money are ready to move on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. So okay, we are not hopeful for this.
No.
And this is not
Nope.
Supergirl. We already
No,
talked
it's
about
not.
that.
Yeah, even if she becomes Supergirl in the end, it's again one of those cases that the character is broken down
Broken,
and everything, and
emotionally
just
beaten.
in the end something happens. We have seen this million of times.
Yeah, so no need. It's stupid. They should have done the original Supergirl as she's supposed to be. In the comic books, they should have adapted the previous comic books that are much better and not
Absolutely,
this
not
modern
this
crap
modern
shit.
crap. Yeah.
Fast food type of a quality comic book storytelling shit. Okay.
Shit.
Let's go to chat real quick. So, guys,
Go to see what Goldie is doing. Quiet.
wild
El
chat.
Turner says,
Yes.
El Turner says, Supergirl is the result of James Gunn being both tone deaf and stubborn. Gunn also mocked Superman with the costly CGI dog that was made in the likeness of his own dog. Gunn is egotistical and needs to go. True.
Yes.
Jay Gunn only makes disgusting things, says Tack Hazel. Welcome, by the way. I didn't get the chance to say hello before. Sorry. L. Turner says, I don't want James Gunn anywhere near Batman. He's like the butcher of the character because Gunn doesn't like strong heterosexual male leads. Is it not obvious? He loves strong heterosexual leads that sit in the chair in the corner and watch. Anyways, I'll leave that alone. Slipknot fan says Supergirl 1984 is still the best Supergirl movie. True, and she was hot. L. Turner says that film deserves to be shelved. Gunn is definitely directing that film. It reeks of his DNA, and Gunn doesn't want to have to deal with the risk of its potential failure.
Yeah.
He's going to own the shit out of it. Over on the gaming channel, we've got... it's going to be piss on a newspaper. Well said, Karate. My previous comment applies to this as well. Sorry, I can't scroll up to look for it. Truth says, Gunn, you better stay the fuck away from Batman. Anime Mania says, I'm sorry. Misses equals pisses because Google doesn't like that. I got it. Karate Werewolf, that movie doesn't make more than 425 million. We'll see. Anime Mania says, and plus, I don't think no one asked for a Supergirl movie. This movie is screwed, dead on arrival. Possibly. Truth says, I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't want the concept to be everywhere. Yeah.
Indeed.
Stick to characters that are supposed to act like that.
Yeah.
Karate says, I used to like Gunn, but after Guardians 3, he fell off a cliff. True.
Yeah.
The end.
Okay.
All caught up.
Thank you. And we have the Golda joining.
Yes.
So
With his
let's
satellite dish.
we really gotta fast this. So let's go to the last topic now, guys, which
Still on
is
schedule.
What? What did you say?
I said we're still on schedule, time-wise,
Not
for 2
not
hours.
Yeah, but we are late in terms of the hour. It's 12:14, so you gotta hurry up. Okay, so Dave Bautista rumored to play Brainiac in James Gunn's Man of Tomorrow because why not? He's just picking all the actors that ever played them in
That
his
he
movies
already
and he
worked
just
with, yeah.
reuses them all over again. But so this is not nothing new. If that actually happens, I would totally believe that. So continue.
As I put it forth back in 2023, now a new rumor claims Dave Bautista is being eyed to play Brainiac in James Gunn's Man of Tomorrow. The report comes from Jeff Snyder, adding another major name to the growing list of actors connected to the Superman sequel. which is said to include Matt Smith, Claes Bang, and Sam Rockwell. Though yet to be officially confirmed, Brainiac was recently revealed as the film's villain, and casting chatter has ramped up as the project moves towards production. Bautista now joins a conversation that has already included the other rumored contenders. According to Snyder, Bautista's name has come up in discussions surrounding Brainiac and the actor as the frontrunner. Nothing is confirmed and there's no word on a deal. But the fact that his name is now being floated suggests DC Studios is still weighing multiple directions for the character. Bautista's DC interview isn't new. Bautista has talked in the past about wanting to play Bane. More recently, he said he felt he had aged out of the role and didn't think he was the right fit anymore. Even with Bane off the table, Bautista has also said he wants to play a different DC character and has expressed interest in working with James Gunn again. That's why this rumor stands out, especially with Gunn now steering the DCU. Of course, Bautista plays Drax in Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy MCU movies. Why Bautista as Brainiac could work. Brainiac does not have to be a pure brawler. The character is defined by intelligence, control, and menace. Bautista has leaned into more restrained, character-driven work in recent years, which could fit a colder, more imposing take on Brainiac. As with the other rumored names, this is still in rumor territory. Man of Tomorrow release info. Man of Tomorrow gets released in theaters on July 9, 2027, written and directed by James Gunn. Stars include David Cornsweet as Superman, Nicholas Hoult returning as Lex Luthor. The two team up to take on a much bigger threat. End article.
We are
You-
muted. Hold on. We are
Alright.
muted. So
Alright.
I forgot because
Yeah.
the puppies were doing noises and I muted
Yeah.
ourselves. So I said that the only thing that's missing in this movie is James Gunn's. No, it's me. No, also it's James Gunn's ass. But you can put my ass
Yeah.
as well there if you want, because that's the only thing that's missing.
Exactly.
See Brew for a 2.
See, Brew for
Hey,
the
Steve Blue,
two.
for the best doggo.
Thank
Here
you,
he is,
Brew.
yes.
Thank you.
I was saying that knowing what James Gunn did to the High Evolutionary, who was the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he made him a total idiot and a goofball, like he always does to characters like that. And he's a great villain, by the way, very close to Brainiac. I'm sure that this Brainiac won't be the Brainiac we know or expect. I expect some kind of goofy idiot asshole. Just like he did with Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. Bautista played well that role, but that was the material he was given. That was no Drax. Drax is not a awkward a guy who sits in the corner eating nuts and laughing at stupid things because he doesn't understand exactly what people are saying. So I have no hope that we actually see a good Brainiac, no matter who plays it, whether it's Bautista or Matt Smith or Sam Rockwell, all okay actors, but it won't be Brainiac to me. What do you think, Tsunami?
I agree 100%. The issue is at the top. It's the head of every decision that's going to be made. That's James Gunn.
Exactly.
James Gunn can't stop himself from being James Gunn, from his fucking stupid, retarded California, LA fucking humor. His retarded fucking sexual takes always have to be included. He can't take anything fucking serious. And it really sucks too because he is well suited for certain fucking types of movies. This just isn't one of them. And he should not be helming the heroes of fucking these universes. It's crazy that they fucking actually I wouldn't say this. It's not crazy that they chose him. It's crazy that he can't figure out why he's failing.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like James Gunn wants to help ruin the company so they can sell it more easy. But now, basically, that's like gonna happen anyway. So they're gonna sell it. And whatever happens, whoever is the final, winner of this. So who cares by this point? I'm just tired from this crap, like feeding us crap and slop and fast food McDonald's movies and ideas and character portrayals. Everything's
All those
McDonald's.
things, yeah, everything's McDonald's.
Everything is
exactly.
unhealthy and filled with low quality ingredients, basically. So yeah, let us know what the chat thinks. Now I can put the chat on the display. And yes, Goldie is licking me a lot, I know, but he's just a loving puppy.
He's a loving puppy.
I'll say one other thing also, just cause, whatever. That Voltron announcement, yeah, they may have had a bunch of actors that no one's ever heard of before and a bunch of weird names. At least they're trying to like elevate a new generation.
Yeah.
Why do we have to keep cherry picking the same old people? It's time to start moving on, and a lot of these fucking like boomers need to fucking go the way of fucking where boomers need to be. You play elderly roles, not leads anymore. It's time to go ahead and like move forwards with like a new generation. Personally, that's what I think.
I mean, technically,
Anyways,
Brainiac can be played by a can of fish, but but yeah, I know
right,
what you
but like
mean.
he's older. What if he dies tomorrow? Like it should be someone younger who's got a chance to be able to do this for a long time.
Yeah.
Now in Brainiac's particular case, because I thought about this too, I was like, what the fuck? Because his like AI brain or whatever the fuck can move from whatever to whatever.
Depends which version.
It is possible to do this.
Yeah, depends which version they do. They might do the guy who is not AI, you know, the
So-
original one or something like that.
If he's AI, it's very easy to go ahead and play with this. If they're going to do a full reboot, it's okay to do this too. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not a fan, obviously. And then Bautista, he better get back on the fucking roids, because like, what else is he known for? All his little skinny roles, he looks pathetic. That's intimidating. I'm sorry, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, he had to, go down in weight because it's, of course, very unhealthy to be this heavy on that age, and of course to take steroids in the first place. So his heart could not take that for much longer, I'm sure.
Which is exactly why he shouldn't be playing any of these roles.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they can always just CGI the guy, but why go through all that length where you can just get an actor?
Again, depends which version they decide on. I mean, if they decide to be the AI Brainiac, that's easy. He can always have different looks because he'll change.
True.
He'll transfer to different body or things like that. If they went with the original, who is actual alien guy who at one point puts those AI thingies on his head, then I suppose green makeup or something like that. But I'm not sure with which version they'll go. At any case, it won't be Brainiac, it will be a goofy idiot. You know?
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter who's the casting choice because we know that we're gonna look at Slop anyway. The movie's gonna be Slop, so who cares?
Truth says Denzel Washington as Brainiac would be a great casting. Would be, again, true, but as we say, it's James Gunn. No matter, even if you put Brad Pitt as Brainiac,
He's not gonna be
he'll
Brainiac
give him a
anyway.
shitty material to work with. It's not going to be Brainiac.
It's gonna be some made-up version of James Gunn.
Totally.
I mean, James Gunn is like a guy who looks a character and he's like, oh, this character has muscles and he's trying to bring some meaning and hope into the world. Great. Let's make him a doormat for everyone.
Yeah,
That's exactly who the
exactly.
character should be.
Yeah. He did the same thing with, as I said, with the High Evolutionary Guy of the Galaxy 3. Haven't watched the movie, but I checked what he did with the villain because I heard stuff and I say I have to check it out. That's not the High Evolutionary, sorry. You know.
That's the high stupid evolutionary.
Exactly, yeah.
Stupid
The
evolutionary.
high the devolutionary should be. Or something like
Whatever,
that.
it's stupid. Okay, Tsunami, continue reading the chat and then we're gonna go.
Okay, L. Turner says nobody's asking for James Gunn's rinse and repeat shenanigans. Nate's meme says James Gunn definitely left his mark all over the Supergirl movie. True, I see where you're going with that. L. Turner says you have the wrong picture. Here's a more appropriate one when describing Gunn's run. Poop. Slipknot says I don't like the idea of Bautista as Brainiac. Nate's meme says the Supergirl preview just confirms that James Gunn does not respect these characters or the fans. Crypto taking a piss on Superman is a perfect visual analogy for what Gunn is doing to DC and the fans. True. That's another I'm sorry, L. Turner says God damn it, chat jumped. That's another issue I have with Gunn. He gatekeeps actors instead of actually searching out new and fresh, well-deserving actors and actresses. Laugh, laugh, laugh. L. Turner, why is Zaslav and WB allowing James Gunn to run their company into the ground? Zaslav is going to get paid. He doesn't care anymore. WB, this is a different story.
Yeah.
Nate's meme says to L. Turner, yep, Gunn and Saffron are both known for nepotism. They constantly secure leading roles for their wives, family, and friends in their movies.
And their left shoe.
Yeah.
L. Turner says Gunn's definitely not helping the stock shares rise at WB. If anything, Gunn is rallying up the alphabet community who are only interested in sending propaganda opposed to being invested in the film. Nate's meme says Bautista needs to bulk up. He looks like Betatista or Betatista now. Agreed.
Bautista, soy Bautista. I love it.
He needs to stop. He's done. Sebrew again for the $2. Thanks for the best doggo. And Goldie, okay, got it. Are you probably saw it now? Oh my goodness. All right, some goonery talk.
Gunnery?
Denzel Washington, got it. Maybe Giancarlo Esposito's Brainiac says truth. I agree, but he's being so typecast as villains. It kind of sucks for him. I hate that for him because I think he's a great actor. Roadkill says, I say just cast Pedro Pascal. Very funny. Welcome to you again.
Yes.
Truth says, what did he do to Starro in the Suicide? What he did to Starro in the Suicide Squad was tragic. Karate Werewolf says, James Gunn left his mark like a dried piss stain on a hardwood floor. And Truth says, to Roadkill, you want them to lose money. No, Roadkill's just being Roadkill, obviously.
Yeah.
And chat, we're all good. We're all caught up.
Nice.
Awesome,
Okay.
awesome. Okay, guys. So we gotta go. We did a pretty okay. We covered everything. Thank you so much for being here, of course, and see you in the evening. Hopefully. I mean, yesterday I felt very bad, just so tired. I couldn't do anything, but hopefully I will feel better this evening so we can do another stream of Laura or whatever comes. But yeah, I love to play. Thank you, Anime Mania.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm happy that you like it. There's gaming news at the beginning of the stream if you want to watch it. I'm gonna cut those into different videos, put them into the superhero channels and the first topic in the gaming channel. So that's gonna be in a lot better format later when I get down to that. So Tsunami, thank you so much, and sorry that we are keeping you for that long, but thank you so.
All good. And chat, thank you so much for being engaged and driving the conversation even more. Stuff like what Kyle B did makes the show just keep flowing and really engages us with the chat itself instead of feeling like a video you're just watching. So please come on back and do the business. And
Yeah,
Roadkill, all roses tonight.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Roadkill.
Thank you, Kyle B, especially for Lava.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna rate disgusting. Hold on. Can we rate disgusting from both channels? That's gonna be amazing.
Whoa, that would be interesting.
Can we try to do that? Let's see if we can try to do that, guys. The superhero channel cannot be rated for some reason, maybe because we don't have all the settings that YouTube offers.
Wasn't it that we can't rate, but
Oh
we can
yes,
be
we
rated?
can be rated, yes, but we cannot rate, so only from the gaming channel. Okay, guys, love ya. Thank you so much. See you later if possible. Now let's see your names on the screen. Tsunami, thank you so much. Bye for now.
The 40K Empress leads the way as warriors of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires, but with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Through battle cry.